Hello everybody. So now we're going to move on to final paper. As I told you, this was the picture I'm going to do because I'm going to teach you the transparency of watercolor, but at the same time teach you how to do black. And since this picture has a lot of black, I thought I'll show you this. Now I need you to pretend for a little while. As I kind of mentioned in the last video, I don't have time to do a full series of videos. That's something I can do in the future. So I only drew like a little part of it, okay? And you can see my tree, and you can see I just put in the dot with the one guideline. This one has pretty easy when it comes to the dot, the horizon line, and the guidelines. And when you get everything drawn, remember guidelines are meant to be erased. Should be easy to erase, and it's a little darker than I would like it to be, but I need it to show up in the video too. So like I said, you want to go as light as you possibly can, and there's kneaded erasers. You might have seen the kids with the color one. They're normally like a gray, and even though this is going to be black, I still erase all the excess pencils. Now you're wondering, you might be wondering if you could see it. I have kind of little thorns. These aren't really little thorns. What I'm going to do with the little spikes here, I'm going to actually paint those in to be more chaotic. And of course, it's the overlapping that creates that chaos, so I won't get that with a single branch. You're just gonna see me kind of go and do how I paint black without making it sticky. And like I said, that'll be something for the final as I do the sky. So when I wanna move to watercolor paper, honestly, guys, this is the shortest demonstration because here is the key. All right, so I have a smaller sheet. You guys are going to use a thicker sheet, and you're going to have a much higher quality watercolor paper. This is like elementary grade here. But there is a catch to this. One side is really smooth, and one side has texture. What you get should be textured on both sides. But if you want to just look, whatever side feels more texture to you, that's the side that you want to draw on. As I was kind of telling you, when you draw in pencil, both dark and light, it smudges horribly. And watercolor mixes with pencil, it doesn't, and it dirties up that watercolor. And so as you're drawing, you're going to be rubbing. And if you're struggling and you don't practice on your sketches well, you're really going to be struggling. So I'm going to erase this. Now you could ask, well, could I, if I draw it dark, could I take an eraser over it? Yeah, you could. But this is practice, so we want to first practice correctly. Mistakes are going to happen, and that's going to be okay. So I'm going to put my dot here, and I'm going to put my guidelines like you see me do before. I'm just going to draw the one, and then I'm just going to kind of draw it out. Just draw the one side. As you can see, like even doing it with a ruler, it really smudged the pencil. And as I go up with my rock, as you can see, I can be very light, and I can even go lighter. I don't know if you can see that. And that's how I want to do. The other thing I wanted to point it out, what do you do when you have like snow caps? You see how the gray is coming up from the snow? Well, when you do that, you just draw the white in, or you draw the gray, where you have the little spaces. And like I said, you just kind of just do, and some of it will be done with the actual paint. So when I ask, hopefully you saw that. Let me just do that again. So you draw that, because I think I might have been off screen there. And then you just put little shapes. Try to match the shapes that you see. It'll look more natural, okay? And then remember what I said about like anytime you do rocks, think of that with the mountain, having those little lines to kind of show different shades of color will make it easier for you to paint, because you're basically creating almost like a paint by numbers, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I think that'll end it here. And of course, when you're all done, you want to gently erase. Where does your name go? It goes on the back, because if they hit the drying rack and I don't separate them soon enough, we're going to talk about a better way of keeping them separated, because the calligraphy was terrible. You guys have a great day, and don't forget, you guys are awesome. All right. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.